welcome to today's episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to open the third eye, the African way. This is a very important topic that I think needs addressing in details on this channel. The third eye is a very controversial subject in the area of spirituality. This is the eye that is believed to be in the middle of the head, at between the eyes. It's a place that is supposed to connect the human being to the spirit world, whereby the human being can be able to see into the spirit worlds and to have greater interaction of the spirit world. So for you to be a spiritual practitioner, or you are trying to be spiritually active, you need to make sure that the third eye is working properly. Okay, so for us to know the origin of this third eye, the human body have about 7 major chakras, from the head to the base of the spine, and different the different chakras have different works that they do. They have different specification, different things they do for the body. Apart from these 7 major chakras, we have about 114 other chakras. We have chakras all over the body, but these are minor ones. So the main ones are the ones at the center of the body. They are part of the spirit. They simply mean discs, spinning wheels of energy that is animating the spirit body, that is also coordinating the different emotional states of the human body to make sure that everything works efficiently. And the chakra is kind of uniquely tied to the spinal cord in a way. So it's our energy center, and it's what make the human body and the spirit body synchronize and actually work very well. So when you come to the world of the spirits, there's this big deal about the chakras, the 7 chakras, meditation, how to meditate, how to activate these energy centers called the chakras in the body. Especially in Hinduism, you're gonna find this. You're gonna find this in Buddhism. You're gonna find this in a lot of Indian, or how will I say, Oriental spirituality. This is one of their major focus points, activating the chakras so that the human being can fully be in line or in tune with their spiritual body or self. In African spirituality, we have this chakra energizing, but our own way is different. We don't do it the way, we don't focus much on it the way the Oriental people focus on it. So I'll be talking about how to activate your chakras in African spirituality, the fastest way, or the way it works best for African people. Okay, first of all, when we come to this chakra thing, activating the 7 chakras, why do we need to activate them in the first place? What you need to know is that when you only work on something that is not working well, if your chakras are already active, you don't need to fix them anymore. Something that is in good working condition does not need fixing. Okay, so it's only something that is having issues, or it's not in a good working condition, or is having some damages that need fixing. When it comes to chakra, they say the chakra is part of the human body. We agree. Okay, the human being at birth is already a complete package. When a baby is born, a newborn baby, every newborn baby that comes into the world a healthy newborn baby have all these energy centers fully activated. That is what you need to know. So a full human being is supposed to be a complete package. So the baby at birth is fully energized, all the chakras are working perfectly. The baby is at optimum level of performance, in the sense that the baby is fully healthy and all the spiritual, physical components, they are all healthy. So the process of this chakra closing up or chakra dying is as a big result of the generational process whereby the baby is now growing up and is now being taught to not use these energy centers to focus on things that are not spiritual or that are detrimental to the development of the spiritual physiology of that child. So when the child is born, you see newborn babies, you see they are very spiritual beings at birth. They are innocent, they are pure, they attract a lot of things to them, attract especially a lot of good things. When a new child comes to a family, there's a lot of good things that come to that family. They bring their own spirit, a lot of spirits come to the family to see these children. A lot of people come bringing gifts, bringing money, bringing all sort of good things. Most times, mostly good luck. You wonder the parents that don't have any money, then there's a baby, and you wonder how they can be able to take care of this baby. Things just happen miraculously. You see people bringing money and goods and everything to make sure that the baby is well taken care of. You wonder how these kind of things happen, and all the time you think the baby is helpless. So babies are very powerful being at that pure innocent states, and how their spiritual channels are working perfectly. So the problem starts when this child start growing up, and then the parents now takes this child to their religious houses to baptize or to indoctrinate or to initiate into this false spirituality. And as the child begins to grow up, they start teaching, brainwashing this child with religion based on this information, this false spiritual philosophy that is now being fed to that child. It naturally affects the psychic centers of the child, and then these chakra points start closing up, especially the Anja chakra, the third eye, because the child will now be taught to now be praying to a being or be focusing their attention to a being that is not natural, a being that is not what the child is supposed to be focusing on. By them focusing their attention on these things, they forget about the intuition of the third eye. So this is how the child naturally lost the capacity of using that their third eye. They now lost those instincts, those intuition. We lost so many things growing up, especially within the ages of 1 to 7 years. So this is the reason why a lot of us lost the use of our third eye. We naturally lost it because the system of education and religion is designed to cut off the child from anything spiritual and to focus their child mainly on the physical learning process of the world, the physical side of things, especially the religious indoctrination. Maybe you can have a child that quite naturally can see into multiple dimensions, can see into spirit realm, see into astral realm, can see auras and stuff. But as the child begins to grow up, the society will have to teach the child that those things are not really real. They are not real. You should focus on what is real, and they will not teach the child to be focusing on only the physical reality of nature. Thereby, the child will now start ignoring those other sides, those other visions that they can actually see into. So they totally ignore them, and with time they forget about them, and they just focus on the linear way of doing things. So it is the growing up that destroys our third eye. Okay, so all babies already have their third eye open Growing up, indoctrination, childhood indoctrination, religious indoctrination is what destroys your third eye. So, as an adult now, if you want to open that third eye, the steps you need to take is a simple but a bit long process, in the sense that you need to go back to discovering who you are. First of all, you need to know who you are, and that is what they call knowledge of self. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods. So, for you to open the third eye effectively as an African, it's a bit different from the Western people or the Hindu people. If you notice, the world today, people that are suffering the most from lack of knowledge of self is the African people. We are the people that have almost totally abandoned our historical knowledge and adopted Christianity and Islam on a very large scale. So, for we to begin to practice real deep spirituality, we need to know our history. That's why the study of African history is very, very important to the practice of African spirituality. You need to know who you are so that you can be able to go deep into the recess of your being to tap into that latent energy that is vested inside you. If you don't go deep into history, you don't know all this, you will just be everything you'll be doing about spirituality will be superficial, will be so superficial, will be not strong. You cannot be able to hold water with the things you are doing. So you need to really to know who you are, you need to know history. So you need to open that inner eye of knowledge. You need to be able to access it at a very, very deep level. So for you know your to know how to open your third eye, to begin to open your third eye, it's not just to dive into Western meditation or Buddhist meditation. If you don't know who you are, all those practice you are doing, listening to this kind of bells and vibration, exposing yourself to all kind of alternate sounds and meditation, everything will be superficial for you. It will not work well for you. You will not be able to tap into it. You will not be able to go deeper into your own level of spirituality because you are different from those people. Those people practicing these systems, many of them already know their history. They already know who they are. As the Chinese people, they are well vested in their history and culture. India people are fully aware of their history. The Buddhist people, the Japanese people, all these other countries, all of them know and they teach their history to their people. It's only we Africans that don't teach our history. So you need to study history. You cannot escape it. You cannot skip the basic foundation, the foundational principles, and jump to the next level. Okay, I have told people these things many times, but many of them think that they are smart, that they can just jump it and just get everything. So that is why many of them are still struggling. Many people come to me and say that they want to learn African spirituality. You give them the history book, they refuse to read it. Some will even lie to you. There was one recent one that came to me. I told them that you must read the history. He refused. Within 2 weeks, he came back to me that he has finished reading the book, he want the next level. I asked him just one simple question. He could not answer the question. I asked him 3 more follow-up questions. He could not answer any of these questions. I said, you didn't read the book. You need to go back. He's saying that he has not the next book. All the answers I asked you are in that very first book. All the dates, you did not read it. If you read the book, you will know this very thing. The person got upset. I have to delete the person from my group. Then the next thing, the person deleted himself from my channel. I say, well, that is a good thing. Uh, we are not compatible together. So you really need to know history. What that historical knowledge will do for you is that it's going to take you back in time. It's like you are traveling back in time to see and discover what really happened to us as a people. What really happened that maligned our spirituality and interrupted our progress in this life path. So we will The books will take you on a time travel back into time to see what really happened. Then when you have finished completed those books, you now can be able to see into the future. So as you are reading these books, your intuition is opening, your third eye is actually opening, because this book will force you to imagine, to exercise your third eye, to make it start working, to see. It's like you'll be seeing what happened back in time past. So as you are reading these books, you are actually opening your third eye, but you don't know. By the time you finish reading these books, you will find out that you know a lot of things about Africa that you never knew before. And you find out that you are kind of an eternal being, that you have always been here, and this is not your first incarnation, and you are not just a human being. For we as an African people to be able to encounter this kind of pain, this kind of concerted attack and destruction upon our civilization, and yet we are still here today striving, you will know that we are not an ordinary kind of people. What this knowledge will do for you is that it will open your third eye, and you begin to see the world in a different way. You begin to see the world in the eyes of a pure, authentic African, not in the eyes of a European, not through the lens of religion, not through the lens of government, but through your own unique, original eyes. So what this does is that it connects you to a wide range of possibilities that you think are not really possible, things that you think that cannot be accomplished by you or by the black people. You begin to see possibilities everywhere. You see that you are not limited by time and space. You see that time and space can be manipulated, and you see what is happening in the world for what it really is. So you can be able to understand things better. The farther you go in history, the deeper or the farther you can be able to see into the future. Okay? So this is a very, very important thing for opening our third eye. Once you have been able to get this knowledge of who you really are as a person, then by the time you go into transcendental meditation and all other forms of Western meditation, chakra meditation, and all kind of Buddha chants, you will find out that you are going to be excelling very, very fast, because you are meditating from a point of power. Immediately you close your eye, you already know where you are being teleported to in your mind's eye. You are being moved beyond the spare of religion, the spare of brainwashing, the spare of insecurity. You just automatically be transported to a place of power, a place of peace, a place of rest, a place where all potential kinetic energy is possible. So anything you are doing on this state will be much more integrated, will be much more deep, much more powerful. So this is the level you need to be operating from a point of how will I say, the point of 0 point energy, from a point of complete potential and complete possibilities. So this is a very powerful way for opening the third eye. Okay, knowledge of self. You need to read our history to know that historical knowledge. It is not by rolling beads every day that you open your third eye. Okay, third eye, spirits and knowledge need to go together. You have to have the knowledge that will fuel the energy that you can use for your spirituality. Okay, if you are practicing empty spirituality, you will not have any spiritual power. You will not have any strong presence of mind to be able to will things into your existence, because your spirituality have no foundation. So you cannot do anything with your mind. You cannot command things into reality. You cannot will things. You cannot change reality, because you don't have any real power base. You are empty. When you see these fake spiritualists practicing empty spirituality, you as a real person, you can know them, because when they are talking things, most of the time they don't have any real spiritual knowledge. They just regurgitate things that other people have already said. They just copy things and re-say it again. This is what they just keep doing again and again and again because they don't have any real foundation, they don't have any real gnosis, no real knowledge. Okay, you need to know this thing you are practicing. You need to have your own experience for yourself so you can be able to come outside and teach people and show people and be able to do things for people to be able to change or alter reality. Okay, so you need to know African history, deep African history that will activate your DNA and whatever is inside there. The next thing is to maintain the states. How do we maintain the state of this third eye? You eat natural food. You're going to find out that a lot of food we have in the world today are designed to kill you. Let me just use that word. Most of this synthetic food, this canned food, junk food, KFC, Mr. Biggs, they are not natural food. As they are not natural food, they are not good for the body. Many of these food contain cancerous enzymes, cancer-giving properties that destroy your body cells. Instead of enriching, replenishing body cells, they actually destroy and poison the body. So you have to stop eating many of these kind of foods. These are foods that will make you sick, food that will take your mind or that will make you stupid. Let me just say that they are going to, when you eat these foods, many of them have been laced with a heavy dosage of Ajinomoto, monosodium glutamate, too much sugar. These are foods that naturally will affect certain energy centers of your body. They will make you stupid in the sense that they will mess with your mental faculty, they will mess with your brain cells, they will mess with your body M size, or making you start thinking only about and low vibrational things. You'll be weak. You'll be thinking about things that are not good for you. You will not be thinking of things that will be focusing on spirituality. And before you know, you start dying, you start getting sick. So you need to reduce this food, and if you can stop them, meats, especially this red meat, is not too good for the body. If you can reduce eating meat, it will be very, very fine, especially this chicken. If you can cut them off, pork, you can reduce eating them. You can eat more vegetables. Try to see if you can get organic or good vegetables. Nowadays, we have many vegetables that have been grown with chemicals that are also poisoning the body. So eating now is becoming a difficult task, but you can try your best to eat natural foods as much as possible. What this will do is that we keep the body as a healthy state so that you can function well physically and spiritually and be able to be making sound decisions. The essence of the third eye is to open your spiritual awareness so that your intuition will be very, very sharp, so that you can be able to make sane decisions and right decisions 90% of the time. Nobody is perfect. No matter how deep we open our third eye, we are humans, we are fallible. Nature is not perfect. God is not perfect. I have said this. You will still make some mistakes in life, but you will, most of the time, you'll be getting the right answers. It's just like somebody that writes exams and you always getting high scores, 80, 90. You are not getting anything less than 75. You'll be always making the right decisions that will affect your life all the time. 80%, 90% of the time, you'll be making the right decisions because your intuition is very, very sharp. You're operating at a higher level, optimal capacity. You'll be better than those people that are not doing anything. Those people will be getting most times less than 50, 40, 20, 30. You're not in the same league with those people, right? If it's an exam system in the school, that intelligence is separated. So what this intuition will be is that you to be making the right decisions 90% of the time. Okay? You cannot get it 100%. No human being can get 100% of the time. If not, we'll be God. Okay? We'll be living gods. We cannot die. So nature is not set up like that. So the third eye will open your, activating the third eye, we make your intuition very, very strong to be making the right decisions, very sane, sensible, rational decisions most of the time. That is the essence of us activating the third eye. Okay, then to make that third eye more powerful is when we now push in our spiritual practice by venerating our own African deities that are connected to us from our culture, from our land. By we venerating those deities, we are now opening this connection that our ancient forebearers, forefathers of people that have gone before us have opened that line of guidance by these spirits. So we too will maintain that line so we can be able to draw a lot of inspiration. We can be able to draw a lot of ideas or power from that very, very natural connection. So by the time we had these three things together, good knowledge of our history, living healthy, eating healthy food, and venerating our ancestral deities, especially the deities that represent progress, present strength, power, we are can be seen we are now fully spiritual beings. We are now practicing full African spirituality, and our third eye is opened. And when your third eye is open, you can see how the bullshit the governments are doing. You can see the religious bullshit. You can see the bullshit of so many people, the BS of so many people. You know how to live your life. When you see people saying lie, you watch the news, you see all the people lying, you just be seeing your enemies and your friends, those people that are trying to control humanity, that are trying to enslave the whole of humanity, trying to send people's children to war, those people that are using religion to tie people's brain, tie people's spirituality, and you'll just be seeing everything. Once your third eye is open, you'll be seeing all these things in the world, and sometimes people will think that you are crazy, but you know what you are doing. So that is all about the third eye for you. Okay, it's very easy to open. Nowadays, people are making a lot of business in this opening of third eye. You see them selling materials, selling expensive items that once you drink this liquid, your third eye will open. Once you do this, your third eye will open. Once you buy this course, your third eye will open. The third eye is all about deep intuition, awareness, more awareness of your environment, of who you are, of how to interact with your environment. That is all the work of the third eye. Most of us Africans, we might have never heard of the third eye before, but our third eye is already working. If you look about Asian Africans that we live in harmony with nature, 100% harmony. Look at these native tribes. Their third eyes are working. They are very, very intuitively connected to nature. For instance, take the animals that you see in the jungle, the elephants, the lions, the giraffe. How do you think they are able to live? They are operating on a very high intuition that are even higher than that of we humans. That is how they live. They know when there's danger, they know when to hunt, they know when to do things. We can say the third eye of these animals are fully activated. It has been activated from birth because when the animal is born, an elephant is an elephant. All the intuition, all the characteristics of an elephant is already there. They don't need to be taught any other thing to let them forget. It comes naturally with them. So we humans also come naturally with all our characteristics and intuition, but due to the um, mis the fake knowledge or the lies that people have been designed to program into you to make you a stooge, to make you a living battery. This is how we forget who we are. So this is what you need to change as an adult when you want to open your third eye. Most times, for you to even be on this spiritual path, to come to places like this channel that you are watching me, your third eye is already opening because you want to know more. That is why you are here. So when people come to me and say that they want to open their third eye, your third eye is already open. You just need to focus. There's nothing wrong with the human being. You just need to know the knowledge that they have been hiding from you, and you know how to live your life properly. What you really need is to have greater intuition of life and how to understand all these things. I always say this word is that the more you know about nature, and it's the more you know about God. Okay, because God is nature. So you need to know about your working environment. You need to know a lot about it so that you can be able to live in harmony with it. And you need to know who your friends are, who your enemies are, people that are trying to program you, to misprogram you, to control your life, to control your destiny, to control the narrative, to enslave humanity. You need to identify these people, and then you know how to live your life and how to avoid these people. They have been here for a very long time. You two have also been here for a very long time, and it's just a game that they are playing to greater. They want attention. The more attention a deity have, the more power they have. So these evil deities, they want to block people from practicing natural spirituality so that they can have more power upon these heads. So for them, it's just a game. So you have to be smart, and you have to break this chain, and you don't play their game. Okay. So if you're on the spiritual path and you want to know how to open your third eye, this is the easiest way, and I think the best way to open your third eye. And this is how I opened my third eye, by being sensible, rational, and knowing about myself. You study about yourself. There's no knowledge that is higher than that one. There's no knowledge that can replace that one. So anybody telling you that you need to recite some formulas, some incantations from wherever, I don't know where those incantation is going to take you to. I don't know where it cannot take you to anywhere, but I know where the knowledge of your history will take you to. I know exactly where it will take you to. It will take you to the future. It will take you to the past. It will take you to anywhere you want to go. But those incantations, many of them are set to block your mind, to take you to some place that is another place of imprisonment. If you know who you are, you don't need all those trash. You don't need all those bullshits. Or maybe if you need some tools, some clutches to help you in the future, maybe you are a baby in spiritual practice, you need clutches for you to walk. But if you want to go this way, you don't need any clutch. Okay, I know exactly where this spiritual practice is going to take you. So we know what we are doing here. In African spirituality, I don't practice hocus pocus. So any knowledge that does not empower you, does not liberate you, does not enlighten you, for me, any spiritual path that does not do all this is not worth practicing. Okay? Practice something that will elevate you and will promote you, not something that will promote the religious philosophy of other people. Maybe you just want to be a battery for them. Okay, so this is where I see it. So this is all about how to open your third eye the African way. Okay, questions or comments are welcome. Like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button, so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye. Peace.